Budgeting as a college student can be incredibly difficult. So I'm here today to hopefully give you a couple tips and tricks on how to budget better as a college student. I will be covering 4 different topics today that include separating your wants and needs, job opportunities, tracking your expenses, and creating an emergency fund. The key to any budget is to have income. And being a college student, most likely you'll get your income from a job. As well, if you are struggling to find a job, there is a free app, Handshake, that is free through the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater. Everybody has a free account. All you have to do is simply log in using your school email and password, enter your hours and interest, and it'll be generated with a number of different on-campus jobs along with off-campus jobs. Now, these jobs can range between anywhere between $8 an hour and $15 an hour. So there are plenty of choices, whether on campus or whether off campus. According to the University of Virginia Tech, which did a study that they followed 32 different college students, many students' budgets fail because they underestimate their expenses and overestimate their income. When in reality, you want to do the opposite. You want to underestimate your income and overestimate your expenses. So hopefully by doing that, you'll have enough money and you'll even have money left over to pay all of your expenses. Another key to any budget is separating wants and needs. Of course, needs are things that you need to survive. For example, your rent, your electricity, food, and other essential things that you need to survive. Wants are things that you would like to have. I want to go on a big spring break trip. I want to do this. But they're not things that you need to do. For example, let's say you buy $5 worth of coffee every day for a week. Now, that's $25 a week. Now, let's say you do that for a whole month. Now, that's $100 a month. You do it for almost a whole school year, say roughly 8 months. That's about $800 a school year that you're spending on coffee. Now, that may not seem like a lot of money in the complete grand scheme of things, but in the end, that is a lot of money that can be put towards a lot of other things that are more important. And now being able to track that is also important. According to the Student Financial Aid website, having a way to track your expenses is crucial to see where you're overspending or maybe underspending. So there are a number of different planners you can have. You can have a paper planner, kind of like an everyday one. You just write down all your expenses and how much you spent. You can track your expenses in your phone and the notes, or there are a number of different apps that you will be able to find to help you track your expenses. Now, the last tip I will give you is creating an emergency fund. An emergency fund is essentially just there as extra money in case you have sudden expenses that you were not expecting. So your emergency fund, hopefully, if able, you want it to range between $250 and $2,000. Now, this emergency fund will be for things such as job loss, emergency car repairs, medical, or pay reduction. And as most of you know, in Wisconsin, we have pretty rough winters, and we're in a rural area, so animals are everywhere. So in winter, you could easily slip off the road and crash. You're gonna need a tow. So as long as you have that emergency fund money, you'll be able to pay that without digging too deep into your budget and affecting that. Or you could easily hit a deer and need car repairs for that, which can get pretty pricey. So altogether, you now know where to look for a job, how to find a job, and what you can expect to make in those jobs, how to separate your wants and your needs so you can know the things that you need to have and things that you would like to have. And lastly, how to set up your emergency fund. And even if you don't use your emergency fund, you can save that money for a big purchase. Say you're going to get a new car, you're going to put it towards your student loan debt. You can put it towards a number of other things if you don't use it. So it's okay if you don't use it. And lastly, according to the University of Virginia Tech, almost 50% of the students that they followed budgets failed. So given the information I've given to you today, will you be one of the students that succeeds or one of the students that fails?